Hi guys, Chris Graham here for We Love Betting. Looking at international football this weekend. Nick Watts has cried off sick, the petulant little sod that he is, so I've been left with doing the international football this weekend. Which is always a bit of a punting minefield, isn't it? It's always really difficult because the form is so, there's no coherent, consistent form because the games are so far apart, months apart. But anyway, quite a few made my shortlist, but I've narrowed it down to 3. So let's go with it. And they're all in the same group. Would you believe it? They're all in the same World Cup qualifying group, which is quite funny. Group G, 3 fixtures in Group G on Friday night, and I'm getting involved with every one of them. Starting with the top of the table clash in that group between Bosnia Herzegovina and Greece. I'm with Bosnia here, guys. For me, they're one of the most progressive nations in Europe at the moment. If you look at their form over the last 5 years, there's a gradual improvement, and they're getting closer and closer to qualifying for major tournaments. They finished 4th in the Euro 2008 qualifying group, 2nd in the World Cup 2010 qualifying group, but they were 11 points behind Spain then. Never really got in, never really challenged there. And 2nd again in Euro 2012 qualifying. They got a lot closer this time, pipped by France by a point. I think it went down to the last game, if you'll remember. So I think this is a side who definitely be qualifying for major tournaments. If not this one, World Cup 2014, certainly Euro 2016, where of course 24 sides are allowed to qualify for that particular tournament in France. This campaign they've started extremely well, played 4-1, 3 drawn, 1 lost now. They kicked off the campaign brutalising, destroying Liechtenstein 8-1 away. And believe me, that's no mean feat, you know. I've saw a lot of sides struggle to get past Liechtenstein. I think in Spain only beat them 2-0. So 8-1, fantastic stuff there. They beat Latvia 4-1, they cruised past Lithuania 3-0, and they go a draw in Greece. So fantastic start to the campaign. Greece, of course, is who they're up against on Friday night. Always perform well in qualifying, perennial qualifiers, aren't they? Got to the quarterfinals of Euro 2012. I think they met their match here, I really do. Greece, exactly the same record as Bosnia, played 4-1, 3 drawn, 1 lost now, but it's been a little bit harder. Narrow wins over Slovakia and Latvia, and of course they drew at home to Bosnia. So Bosnia now at home, they're at home on Friday night against Greece. I'm sure it'll be a fiery atmosphere. And for me, they're the forward force here, they're the progressive side, and I think Bosnia can beat Greece on Friday night, and you're getting odds against, which I think is a decent price. 21-20 for Bosnia to beat Greece on Friday night. That's my first bet in my international football treble. Also from the same group, Group G is Liechtenstein against Latvia. I pondered this one for a while, you know, because Liechtenstein are a real stubborn side, but I just feel Latvia can sneak a win here. I really do. Odds of 3-4, a shade of odds on. If we think of Latvia in the last decade, they qualified for Euro 2004, of course, amazing achievement there, and they finished a very respectable 3rd in the World Cup 2010 qualifying group, and even in Euro 2012 qualifying, they won in Georgia, and they got a draw against Greece. You know, they're a decent side, fair to middling side, Latvia. I've saw Liechtenstein quite recently because they were in Scotland's group for Euro 2012 qualifying. Scotland really struggled against them. Last second winner at Hampden, which was deeply embarrassing, which pretty much typified Craig Levine's reign, to be quite honest. And then they beat them in Scotland as well, again a narrow win there. They're a stubborn side, but they're poor. And their campaign began, of course, with an 8-0 thrashing against Bosnia at home, and that was followed by a 2-0 defeat against Lithuania and Slovakia, and of course a 2-0 loss against Latvia in Latvia. Now this is the reverse fixture. This, of course, you know, now they're playing in Latvia. I just think Latvia have got enough here. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be 1-0 to Latvia, but I just feel Latvia have got enough. Liechtenstein haven't scored a goal since match day 1 in September, whereas Latvia have scored in every one of their fixtures in this group so far. It'll be a nervy match, definitely, but I think Latvia can sneak it 1-0 and continue Liechtenstein's poor run in this competition. Third and final pick is odds against. I've been a bit brave here. and I looked at the odds for this particular fixture and I thought the odds were wrong. last night, and that's the game between Slovakia and Lithuania. Lithuania are a team I like. Scotland's been drawn on them quite a lot, and I think again, not in the same vein as Bosnia, but they're a progressive side, and I could see them. I could see one day Lithuania, really challenging for qualifying for a major tournament up to the last few games of their group, definitely. And they're up against Slovakia here. Slovakia were 4-7 to win this game. That's too short for me. Lithuania, I looked at this last night. They were 13-2. I thought it was a great price, and would you believe it? They've been backed in this morning into 6-1. So the money's coming for Lithuania. I'm glad that I'm feeling the same as the general betting public here. I think Lithuania are too big a price here, 6-1. Why is that though? Lithuania have pulled off some fantastic results in the last 5 years, away from home as well. Really great results. Since the qualifiers in 2010, they've beaten Austria, beaten Serbia, they beat Romania 3-0 in Romania, and they beat the Czech Republic 1-0 in the Czech Republic. So their away form is fantastic. But I'll be honest with you, Lithuania are a team who have lost to Liechtenstein. They did really appalling results sometimes. But the flip side of that is that they can really pull off some amazing performances, and I think we could see that on Friday night. I really do. Away to Slovakia. These sides have already played each other in the group back in September. It was a 1-1 draw in Lithuania, so it's going to be tougher for them, of course, going to Slovakia. But we know they're capable of really good away form performances, and up against some classy outfits. They've beaten them, they've slayed them, they've beaten them, and I think I just think they've got a chance. You're looking at Slovakia like we should. They qualified for the World Cup in 2010, got to the last 16 in South Africa. Great achievement there, but the hangover really has kicked in since then. They finished 4th in their Euro 2012 qualifying group, finishing below the mighty Armenia. That's how poor it was. So far this campaign, they've beaten Latvia and Liechtenstein, and they've lost at home to Greece, and they drew in Lithuania. I'm happy to be with Lithuania here, double chance for me. So basically, to avoid defeat, 6-4 is the price you'll get for Lithuania to get something from this game. Their away form has been good. They're not frightened against these kind of sides. This is the kind of sides they beat. This kind of level of side. And I think the odds are wrong. I think Slovakia are too short in this game. So I'm going with Lithuania, double chance at 6-4. That's my 3 bets, guys. All from the same group. Would you believe it? Bosnia to beat Greece at 21-20. Latvia to beat Liechtenstein at 3-4. And Lithuania, double chance to avoid defeat against Slovakia at 6-4. Good day to you.